Side effects of using methamphetamines, crystal meth. What are the side effects of using meth? And even some of the side effects that I have experienced with meth, because meth isn't only just smoked, it's also IV, which is using needles. It's also snorted, which is the way that I ended up doing it. And for a lot of people, this is a drug of choice. So these are some of the side effects that you can experience when using meth. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. What's up, guys? My name is Eric, and these are some of the side effects that you can experience when using meth. The number one side effect is extremely addictive. So it takes your heart and soul from you, and you lose all your money, and you end up with felony charges. You end up in jail. You end up dead. I mean, there are a lot of really negative side effects. But the most common side effects that you're going to notice from these drugs, especially, is like the dry mouth. That's why a lot of meth addicts, especially long-term meth addicts, have teeth issues because of just the long-term use of it. And the paranoia can set in. It can set in to the point where you literally just go into psychosis and you see things and feel things that aren't really there. That's why a lot of meth addicts have scars. A lot of addicts in general have scars because it's almost a sensory thing of just continual scratching. Loss of appetite is a major one. And then you also get all the damage that can be done to your nose. As a coke addict, I have a lot of damage done to my nose. I have a lot of issues when the seasons change now, and a lot of issues that I'm gonna have to live with for the rest of my life because of this. Another big thing is that you're going to run into, or some of the other side effects, is that you're going to have a massive, almost hypersexuality side to you, to the eventual point, especially with men, that it's no longer going to work properly because you're going to be so high. People don't realize that, yeah, the thought process is there, but maybe the body parts aren't working and functioning as they should. With the dry mouth, a lot of times what ends up happening is people will drink. That's what I used to do. So you're drinking while you're using meth. So now you're putting in multiple substances into your body that are affecting your central nervous system, everything else. So now your anxiety is up. It can lead to panic attacks. It can lead to insomnia. Side effects of it is, vomiting, because of all the toxic different chemicals that you're breathing in. Not alone when you're breathing out. When you breathe out meth vapor, you're not breathing out water vapor. There is toxic in that vapor that can coat literally the walls and ceilings and everything in that house. A lot of times what people don't realize is a huge side effect, especially of smoking it, is you literally turn your house into a toxic den with these toxic chemicals. A lot of times you can see very extreme similarities in a meth lab compared to a house that somebody is smoking and using meth in. And people don't realize that because you think you're just breathing out vapor, but you're not. So it does affect now all of a sudden the health and breathing of everybody around you, whether they're using the drug or they're not using the drug, because there's no secondhand high per se, but there is secondhand chemical toxicity is the easiest way to put it. Some of the other side effects, you're going to have the massive weight loss just because you're not eating. You have that no appetite. So now your body isn't getting any of the nutrition that it needs. So you're going to have a lot of breakdowns just in anywhere from the extent of fingernails to hair follicles. I mean, it's going to wreck and destroy your whole entire system. Some of the other side effects that you're going to get is that mad paranoia, almost to the point that you're almost like schizophrenic because you're constantly seeing things that aren't there. You're hearing things that aren't there. And that paranoia and that delusion leads to a lot of isolation, and that isolation can go even further. So the side effects out there are grand. I mean, the ones that I've experienced firsthand, just because it wasn't my drug of choice, were just more of the basic ones, such as I experienced more of the not eating, the hyper focus side of it, the dry mouth side of it, a little bit of the psychosis side of it, the rapid heart rate, the rapid sweating, the hypersexuality sides. But thankfully, this wasn't a drug of choice of mine, and for a lot of people, this is their drug of choice. So the worst part about side effects is they can become easier and easier to continually happen and grow upon. And through use, those side effects just continually affect you. And thankfully, I have my teeth and my skin's all right. And I'm bald, but that's not really a result of drug use. But if you are out there struggling, I have links down below to NA and AA for the ones struggling. I mean, they're great resources out there. Reach out for help for anybody that's struggling. Comment down below what some of the side effects were that you maybe experienced and what got you to be sober, because that's what's the most important thing. Is I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, GAD, MDD. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. I'm a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict. And just hearing other people's stories, hearing what other people have been through, and hearing that other people have gotten sober is what inspires us as addicts in recovery to continue our sobriety, or to decide, that today's the day that I need to just stop it all and we're flushing everything down the toilet. It's about just inspiring others to change their life and to live that better life. So if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below. I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts, because it helps us never feel alone, and that others out there can relate, because the worst is when we start to get into our head that nobody else gets what we're going through. You're amazing. Never give up.